Tonight on the WB, the world premiere of the series TV guide gives 4 stars. 7 pro surfers sharing one house. A competition that goes beyond the waves.
Guys are trouble. That's why we like them.
She's crazy.
Boarding House North Shore. Then it's Jamie Kennedy's turn to hit the beach. A special full hour of Jamie Kennedy. And now, the premiere of Boarding House North Shore.
On the Hawaiian island of Oahu lies the most notorious 7-mile stretch of surf on Earth. The world-famous North Shore. It is in this mythological place, surfing the biggest waves in the world, that legends are made and lives are lost.
Right there, I just started praying to God, you know, I hope I'll be all right.
Once a year for 2 months, it becomes the surfer's mecca of partying all night and surfing all day.
Every night, just chaos, fights, the whole deal.
A tight-knit community living life on the edge, where everything focuses on surfing and the locals make the rules.
Well, North Shore is like the Wild Wild West. I wouldn't say that we run it, but we definitely police it.
This year, 7 of the world's top young surfers will live in one house on the infamous Surfers Row as they chase $500,000 in prize money and the glory of the greatest achievement in surfing, the Vans Triple Crown.
Friendship ends when you hit the water. It's every man for himself.
3 prestigious events make up the Vans Triple Crown of surfing. The Hawaiian Pro at Haleiwa Beach, the Rip Curl Cup at Sunset Beach, and the Pipeline Masters at the Bonsai Pipeline. There'll be rivals in the water and roommates on land, coping with the pressures of competition and everyday life. 3 world-class events, 7 professional surfers living under one roof.
Introducing to you. Introducing to you. This is like something like jump on the satellite around to the microphone.
Garcia. I'm a professional surfer and I'm from Waianae, Hawaii. I'm a 5-time Triple Crown champion.
You can put fear into your competitors. It helps. They know by looking at you. You know, it's a sport and every man for himself.
I'm going for my 6th Triple Crown. I have a point to prove. You know, I'm not old, I'm not washed up, and I may be injured, but I'm still dangerous. About to move into a house with Holly Beck, Chelsea, Veronica K, Myles Padaca, Damien, and Danny Fuller.
Oh, it's sick. Very notorious for being, you know, a bad boy, even though I don't consider myself a bad boy. So intimidation can always be played, and I'm not going to say that I don't play it. It's all part of the game.
I've been fined the most out of any surfer ever in the ASP history for abusing judges, staff, breaking rules, you name it, I've done it. I've had a good time. The house is killer. Everything is sick. You can look at the waves from the tub. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Veronica K. I'm 22 years old. I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm a professional surfer. I'm a competitive person by nature, but at the same time, like, I love to just cruise and have fun. I've been sponsored by Roxy since I was 15. Surfing has taken me around the world. I mean, that's been the biggest blessing, I think, and the only other area that I've done anything in had been the modeling.
Hi, my name is Georgeson. I'm 19 from Avalon Beach in Australia.
I don't think a lot of people know me that well because I've just been on the tour for this year, and I guess I'm just a young person, maybe giving the older girls a scare. My competition career sort of happened before I've even had a chance to comprehend it. So I'm like, God, I'm so lucky just to be on tour when I didn't expect it for years to come.
What's your biggest board you brought?
I only brought a 6'7½".
I was over in Australia on a surf trip. I was really excited because I got to see Georgeson. Like, we're gonna go live in the same house together. You kind of know people, but you don't really know them until you live in the house with them.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this place sucks, doesn't it? No, that's radical. Look at how nice it is. Oh my God, look at that one. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm Chelsea.
Sonny, nice to meet you.
What's up? Sophie, man, this is unreal, huh? Sonny, I think, is a legend, and really fun to just get to be around him, I think, and, see him out in the water. I gotta look.
Veronica used to date one of my friends. She's a sweetheart. I mean, she's always happy, always just, going with the flow.
Oh, look at this. This is rad. Look at, fully decorated.
All my friends in my room already.
That's really sick. And look at this girl right here. Like I'm happy Carl. This is rad. Oh, look, there's a futon for everyone that wants to crash. What's so sad?
My name is Danny Fuller. I'm 20 years of age. I'm from Honolulu, Hawaii. Living the dream, surfing, traveling around the world, just playing basically and getting paid for it. Got a few girlfriends here and there, but nothing too serious. Can't really handle the lockdown right now. Best feeling I've ever had in surfing, I'd take it over any supermodel in bed. Oh, Sonny. All right. How about back door? Right?
Me and Danny, the way we met, he was trying to pick up one of my friend's girlfriends, and somehow my name got mentioned, and fortunately for him, he came up to me at the airport when I was picking up my children, and all I can remember is Kyla tugging on my hand going, "Please, Daddy, don't hit him."
I'm intimidated by Sonny for sure. I don't know, most people are intimidated by big Hawaiians.
He had said some things that had made me pretty pissed.
It's gonna be a real interesting 7 weeks. Definitely work with this here. I've lived a full life already. Oh, I'm in the garage.
Cause real bad boys move in silence.
Fuller.
How you been?
Waves been pretty good lately.
Yeah, it looks fun right now.
My name's Damien Hobgood. I'm 23 years old. I'm from Satellite Beach, Florida, and I'm a professional surfer. Really try to put people before anything else. I believe in God, and I think that He has a plan for my life. And I just try to do the right thing. If I don't sleep with my girlfriend, I'm not gonna have to worry about her getting pregnant. So even though it does seem hard, it's right. You've always had the Lord first.
Hey, man.
How's the tour? Good to see you.
How's the tour?
Good, we'll be missing you though. Yeah. Shoot, I don't got anyone to give us any grief right now. Sonny Garcia, he's probably the most respected surfer on the WCT. You don't want to cross him. You don't want to get on his bad side. So I'm standing with you, that means you can't beat me up, Sonny. How is this? Got the beads and everything. Trying to set the mood. Funny.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Dude, I'm kind of scared. I'm used to sleeping on the floor in the corner or something.
My name is Holly Beck. I'm 22 from Palos Verdes, and I'm a professional surfer. I'm really goal-oriented and motivated, and, I like to get up early and go to bed early. I don't need to be around other people. I'm not as much the giggly, hey, it's fun to be a surfer type girl. I'm the type of person that likes to be really focused. Hi, how are you, Veronica? Veronica and I were competitors, and we never really spoke much. All right, I'm gonna go get my boards. You know what? I probably could use some help. We didn't used to be friends. We just have different priorities. I don't think we've talked since, like, NSSA.
I know. She's been, like, going to school. She just graduated college. She just, you know, she's been on a program. And I've just been trying to get to every single part of the world I can and see as much as I can and experience as much as I can. And we're really different.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Myles, Padaca, 31 years old. I'm a professional surfer, and I live here on Oahu's North Shore. This place looks nice. For me, surfing is really a soulful thing. I've always been a soul surfer, I think, at heart. Winning last year and trying to defend my Triple Crown title this year, you know, I just want to back that up with another win, and I'm really hoping, praying, and looking forward to taking some victories. I think getting ready to become a father has definitely changed my view on my surfing career, and it's made me focus more on it.
What's up? All right. Me and Myles both surf for the Hui, so that basically makes us teammates.
It's like a brotherhood. You're in the club, you're in for life. It's great.
I'm gonna go grab my boards. Need help?
No, Sonny. We've been surfing contests together since we were Manahoonies. I was short and he was tall, and I was looking up and I'm all, what, you're in my heat? And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna kill me. We've kind of had somewhat of a little competitive rivalry going on. You know, it's been great. Every time we get in the heat, you know, the friendship ends when you hit the water, and it's every man for himself out there.
Waves are coming up, huh? I wanna go. You know, I'm just gonna go paddle out somewhere.
Rockies has been really crowded. You guys gonna go out right now?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
That sounds good. Totally.
Come out there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Chelsea has a good shot at the Triple Crown. Wouldn't be surprised if she won the whole damn thing. You know, she's a dark horse, definitely. You know, I put my money on her.
Dying to get it.
So nice to be warm, huh?
I know. Holly's as perfect as a woman surfer could be. She's beautiful, she surfs great, and, you know, she's very smart.
Hello there. Going surfing?
Cool. Being a young surfer coming up and stuff, just to be living with guys like Myles, Sonny, Damien, every aspect, you know, it's for the good, you know?
How's that board? That looks so sick.
Yeah, it goes
I
good.
love cannonballs.
Nice to be able to surf right in front of the house.
Chelsea, you charging it now? Let's go.
The North Shore is so notorious for having such great waves that a lot of times novice surfers make it out into the lineup, and that's when it starts getting dangerous.
In surfing, there's a thing called the totem pole. A guy like Sonny's at the top, you know what I mean? Like, definitely at the top. Like, it's just a matter of respect and just knowing what's up, how it works. Like, if he was paddling for a wave and I was in position, I wouldn't even paddle at all.
When you're riding a wave, the surfer that's closest to the breaking part of the wave has priority. Somebody else takes off in front of you. It's called dropping in.
And that's why you'll see Sonny freak out at people dropping in on him, because not only are they disrespecting him, but it's dangerous.
I was actually paddling out, and I saw him yelling at the guy. Well, uh-oh, Sonny's sending somebody in.
He was obviously pretty pissed off, and so I was just like, look, man, I apologize. You were behind me. I know I didn't see. If I'd have seen you, I wouldn't have gone, you know? Foodland, but obviously I'm not going to drop in on Sonny Garcia.
Just seems like every time I first surf at home, usually on my first wave, I usually get dropped in on. My first reaction is I should just beat the out of them.
You'll probably be seeing a lot of that. Respect the locals.
Coming up next, a serious accident brings home the danger of surfing on the North Shore. Myles and Holly focus on the upcoming competition while Danny and Veronica party hard. And Sonny finds trouble at the local bar.
I will whoop your ass.
Oh, yeah?
Here's a groovy moment from M&M's brand.
Take a look at this monster wave. Danny Fuller, it's now or never. So much for being tentative. He charges a monster wave. Goes for the double cover-up. He exits. How was that?
I met Sonny, he was actually best friends with my stepbrother. I mean, he saw me and then I saw him and there was a connection there and, you know, everything worked out, obviously, because we're together now.
I love the beach right here. Pokey? Salsa? Oh, I think we're having a barbecue tonight. What do you think? I want a house like this, hun. Can we have a house like this, Derek?
Shower, look at it.
Amazing.
You know, I have Raina, she's pretty much brought me back from the dead. She's done really good at, you know, trying to, say, tame the beast. And, you know, for the most part, I mean, I'm a lot more mellow than I used to be.
I can't even describe it. Like, you totally just have to see it. That wave is so weird. It was the first time I'd ever surfed there, so I spent most of the session just, like, paddling around trying to figure out which peak to sit on, you know? Some guy burned Sonny and he had to, like, yell him out of the water. Yeah. That was pretty funny. Don't mess with that guy.
You guys might want to watch out, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Who's gonna eat a potato? We're all really different, and I don't think any of us would be staying together. That's sort of the fun thing about surfing and doing things like this, is you get to know people that you wouldn't necessarily hang out with otherwise.
Oh my God. Where?
Oh no, that's really bad.
I couldn't have picked a better group of people.
What about you with the Girl Scouts?
Nah, just flailed miserably, I think.
Veronica, she's a really cool girl. I mean, she used to date my friend, so I kind of knew her a little bit through that. And I'm sure a lot of girls look up to her. You know, she surfs for Roxy. You know, all girls, I think, want to be on the Roxy team. That's what it seems like to me. Come back tomorrow, and maybe they'll be done.
Damien, he's so funny. Like, he's just a classic American kid. Like, he'll just crack the funniest jokes just out of nowhere.
You burnt the chicken. It's a pretty good feeling all around, you know, and getting to meet people that I otherwise wouldn't have met.
When it comes down to competition, it's going to be hard to focus because usually I'm by myself and we're going to be in this house with a bunch of people and it's going to be all new to me. There's so many variables that come into play in contests because everyone at this level surfs well. You make one wrong mistake and that could cost you.
You know, that's why I like to visualize going into an event and focus and just try to go in with a clean state of mind.
It's sick. The house is unreal. You'll have to come and hang out with us, yeah.
I haven't gone out in a long time over here. I've been away for a while, and should be fun.
Danny and all the boys just left to go to town. I don't know. They're like, we're going out. Fuller's on fire.
The North Shore is basically, you know what it is? It's an experience, a life experience. It's just a trip, for sure. It's pretty easy to find yourself just like somewhat in a party life every night. I'm actually lucky because the thing I do within surfing, it has nothing to do with contests. Like, some people like being in contests, me personally. I've kind of just been partying a bit, having fun, basically. It's weird. It's just like from any time of the hour, who knows what's going to happen.
I'm the type of person that likes to be really focused, and if I have a heat the next day, I only want to surf once or maybe twice, and I want to go to bed early. Veronica and I, we're very different. I think she's just doesn't really have a goal in life, it seems like. She doesn't have anything that she's working toward.
I love to just cruise and have fun, and you know, I know what needs to be done and what's required to make things happen the way I want them to. And
oh, just my mad friends. Yeah. And I was actually going to bed
and they like all amped, and someone's birthday, so they just came over to grab us and just going to a party or something.
Is just like the cruisiest person I think you'll ever meet, you know. She's just like not a worry in the world, and that's really cool. I like that about VK.
All right, let's go. We're at the Volcom house, I think. We kind of just scaled the fence. We heard music, so yeah. It's not going to be too late because I got to be up early in the morning.
I don't have any girlfriends. I have many friends, but it's kind of hard, you know. You travel around everywhere and gone so many months out of the year, you know what I mean?
Nice to meet you.
I met you earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know. Girlfriend thing's not for me, that's for sure right now.
It's kind of fake, huh? That's bizarre. Going straight stance. Yeah. Fake the girl, fake the girl all the time.
Call the line in 5 minutes, and they'll tell us there's no contest, and we'll just make our way down to Hollywood in a leisurely fashion.
Long night last night.
For the contest, every day you have to wake up and call by like 6 or whatever to find out if it's, you know, contestable, which means like what the conditions look like, if it's going to be worth it for them to run the contest. So we'll see.
It is 6:30 a.m. GQ here on the official surf line for the Vans Triple Crown. The contest is off for today. The surf is 2 to 3 feet at Haleiwa, too small for competition. The Hawaiian Pro is off.
No contest. It's not on today, so I have to wake up and do it again 6:30 tomorrow. I think my brain is not sleep deprived. I still haven't slept at all. It's a bit strange. It is a little strange.
The competition is exactly what, you know, that's the reason why I'm still on tour. I love to surf. I love to compete. And for me, that, you know, I think I love to compete more than I actually love to surf.
Yeah, totally. Veronica and I used to not get along. When I first started competing, she had already been competing for like a year, and she was like doing really good, and she was like the blonde hair, like blue eyes, like everybody loved her. She was the only one that was sponsored, like that kind of thing, and she just sort of like was the star of the show. Then I started doing it, and I got sponsored, and she was over it. I'm really goal-oriented and motivated, and she seems to be not as motivated, not as goal-oriented. She doesn't always want to surf. She'd rather go see her friend. We just have different priorities. That's the way it is. This will be interesting. Sure.
The contest has been postponed, so the waves are a little small. Figured just jump in the water and get some exercise and, you know, try and tune up and get ready for the event. Another crowded day.
Exactly. The most dangerous thing about V-Land is the reef. Super sharp, it'll cut you, give you stitches, anything. The second most dangerous thing out of V-Land, I think, is the crowd. With all this crowd and everything being around you, it's like really hard to be in the right spot, and then you have to dodge everybody, and it makes it really frustrating sometimes. I was out there, this girl she was dipping at the bottom of the wave, she's trying to go under it to duck dive, and the guy has taken off on top of the wave, and the guy went straight into her. When something like that happens, you go into mode where you know you're gonna do anything to help a person out.
See Myles coming in, and I knew something was wrong because she was holding her leg. And then when Myles started waving, I really knew, something was wrong.
I thought she broke her leg or her ankle or something because she was in a lot of pain. She's holding her leg up in the water. I just asked her not to look at it, look away from it.
Call 911! Ambulance!
Obviously, as soon as I picked her up, I knew that she had a big hole in the back of her leg. When I picked her up, it just kind of flapped open. That was one of the biggest cuts I've ever seen. I think my hand could have fit in the hole in the back of her leg.
We got to the beach. She looked over at her leg. Her eyes just went like this. It's super, super big. She really lost it. And all I could do is try to calm her down.
Is it pretty bad? No, it's really bad. No, her leg's like wide open.
The thing about surfing is there's no guidelines really. The oceans are free. Everyone can just go out and have a good time. Some people come out and they're totally dangerous to other people and life-threatening.
Just trying to tell her not to look at it. She kept looking down. I was kind of holding her.
She didn't see it until she got to the beach and she really started freaking out.
Hopefully she didn't cut any tendons or anything like that.
How big is the hole? That?
Or I just stuck my hand in there.
Yeah.
I've been around surfing so long. I've seen so many of my friends get hurt, and this is an unfortunate thing that happens in our sport.
Coming up next, Veronica goes to work on a Roxy Girl photo shoot, while Sonny takes on one of the tourists. And the stakes are raised as Myles tries to defend his championship against Sonny. They'll square off in the competition for the first jewel of the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing.
Going to town, to Waikiki actually. The waves are pumping here, which is why I'm a little bit devastated that I'm sitting here sweating and not going to go surf right now. Should be good in town as well, so hopefully we'll get some good waves and take lots of photos and just play around. I've been sponsored by Roxy since I was 15. They've helped raise me. I felt the pressure of like, okay, I need to start, as soon as I can start carrying my own weight, I will, and I wanted to live for the day that I could just take care of my family. So we didn't have to worry, and it wasn't stressed. Thankfully, Roxy's they've supported me all along and really backed me 100%. With like Roxy? Yeah.
I had like 6 girls coming in.
We're gonna go do, the Roxy has their big summer photo shoot in there. There's no surf. And the North Shore is pumping. And I'm really devastated, actually. But I guess it's part of my job. I'm supposed to work for Roxy about 80 days a year, and that kind of involves all these sort of days. Can't even imagine my life if I didn't start surfing. It's taking me around the world, it's given me beautiful friends, and I appreciate it, actually.
I looked at the Roxy girls and the Roxy ads, and there's just always these girls like with clothes on when they're surfing, and they've got these silly leis and these big hats, and I mean it's fun and cute, and yay, I'm a girl and I'm a surfer, but that's just really not me at all. Look at the magazines, all it shows is girls like hanging out on the beach with big cheesy grins on their face. Advertisers don't push their athletes as much as I think they should. I think that that's what surfing needs, women's surfing needs, to push it to the next level.
Tomorrow is the first day of competition. For me, it's like there's a lot of anxiety going into the first heat, but once the first heat's out of the way, then you can relax. It's going to be hard to focus because We got a kid on the way, and I'm really excited about becoming a father. And that's given me this new sense of responsibility. I have to go out and support the family, and I'm just really fortunate to be a surfer and be able to do that, doing something that I love.
Hello. What are you doing? It's cruising. There's bands of me playing down at that Brazilian place. Brazilian place, Taste of Paradise. I think they're called Slightly Stupid, maybe.
We're just downstairs waiting.
We're naked.
We're naked. Woo! Here we go.
Got all clothes on. Katie, are you guys gonna go right away? Will you wait? Like 5 minutes? Okay, wait. Okay, thanks guys. We'll be right at 5 minutes.
Maybe if I get out of the room, she might get ready.
Let's get this party started until the break of dawn. Let's keep this party moving until there's no one. Let's get this party started until the break of dawn. Let's keep this party moving.
I don't like to be around crowds because there's always, you know, some drunk fool that's gonna get stupid, and I have a very short fuse. This guy kept coming up and talking to my wife, and you know, we're sitting pretty close to him. And obviously they were staring over, and he sees me sitting with my wife the whole time. You know, waits till I get up and go walk away, and then walks up and tries to talk to my wife and keeps going up and talking to her, and obviously, you know, it frustrated me. So I walked over to the table and just to tell him, you know, I didn't appreciate him talking to my wife. You're on my island. This is my place. Okay?
No, I'm not mad.
I'm not mad? I don't appreciate people with my wife.
Let me finish. I'll apologize if I offend you in any kind of way.
Okay, he's
I'll
apologizing.
apologize to any way that I'll offend you.
He's
But
apologizing.
if you ever do this again, I will whoop your ass.
Oh, yeah? Where I'm from, if somebody even looks at your girlfriend, you know, they'll beat the out of you. Come stand up. Come on.
But if you ever do this again, I will whoop your ass.
Oh, yeah? Come stand up. Come on.
Oh, see, I'm sorry. This is not necessary.
This is
not necessary. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You know, he was being apologetic with one but in the same voice, telling me that if I ever came up like that he would hurt me. Not one to, you know, stand down. I just told him, stand up, you know, you be a man. But decided to wait and walk around the corner, and you know, there's police, and just waited around. Decided to leave. Where I'm from, if somebody even looks at your girlfriend, you know, they'll beat the out of you, and that's just the way it is, and that's how I was brought up. This is me. This is how I am.
You're flustered?
Very flustered.
Yeah, you are. I can tell. What do you need? Water? You look all flustered and red.
We're together, we're happy. I'm not, you know, gonna run away with somebody else. I mean, you just laugh at those people that stare at me or whatever. I mean, there's all sorts of situations that somebody gets angry in, but that's one of them.
Raina's always, you know, freaked out by me, you know, being overly protective. I'm not sorry about it. I mean, I worry about her, but
I know.
I don't like a bunch of people. I hate stupid people. You know, there's always bad things going on in the news, and you hear about murders and rapes and kidnapping, you know, and 24/7, I'm always worried about my family.
I have no problem living in the house with Sonny. Yeah, he's hit a few people, but that doesn't bother me. I mean, that's Sonny.
Can't go anywhere without getting into some kind of trouble. North Shore, place with the biggest idiots in the whole world. Everybody converges in this little 7-mile stretch of land. Every idiot in the world wants to be here during this time of the year. I
I don't like to fight. I don't like to be a tough guy. I usually try and abide by the rules.
It's 6:30 a.m. Surf News Network here, the official surf line for the Vans Triple Crown. The contest is on today. A little bit rainy conditions on the North Shore, but the swell has kicked in, so be careful out there. Elimination rounds will begin at 8 a.m.
Pressure that I faced, you know, just coming into this, it's like last year, having won the Triple Crown, it's just, you know, I've never had to face this type of pressure. There's not a doubt in my mind that winning the Triple Crown is more prestigious than winning a world title. Because here we are on the North Shore, we got the best waves in the world. If you can't cut it here, might as well go home and hang it up, because this is where dreams are made and legends are created.
I'm 32 now. When I first started doing the tour, most surfers from the age of 28 to 30 would retire. I'm more hungry to win this year just because this is the lowest in the ratings that I've been since my first year.
To win here on the North Shore and become the Triple Crown champion means you've made it amongst your peers. To do it is something that all surfers really strive for. The Triple Crown itself is comprised of 3 events. If we start off at Hawaii's Alii Beach Park. Now, Alii Beach Park is known for its high-performance, small to mid-sized surf. There we move up to the other end of the North Shore, Sunset Beach. Sunset Beach is the granddaddy of all surf spots on the North Shore. Big waves, takes a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and a lot of luck to do good at sunset. Final stop of the Triple Crown is the Pipeline Masters. It's treacherous, it's hollow, it's shallow, and the best surfers in the world strive to do good at Pipeline. And you can do good at pipe, you without a doubt are one of the best surfers in the world.
The conditions are getting better and better. The sun is coming out. Welcome to the Hawaiian Pro competition, the first jewel in the Vans Triple Crown of surfing. A capacity crowd today for this first of 3 major competitions. These are the biggest events in surfing, and winning the Triple Crown is more prestigious than any other title in the sport. Today we're holding the elimination rounds. We'll start with 132 surfers, 4-man heats. 5 judges will score each ride based on the size of the wave, style, and difficulty, and the top 2 scores will be taken. The 2 surfers with the most points from each heat will advance. The other 2 will be eliminated from this first Hawaiian Pro competition. The entire community is here, and the anticipation is mounting.
There's a bit of pressure on me going into the event and doing well. As far as I'm concerned, I won the thing last year, and I feel really confident out there, and I'm looking forward to it, defending it.
My knee's not working as good as I would like it to be, but I'm going to go put on my knee brace and go do my job.
Last year, Myles Padaca won the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing Championship. He is our defending champion, but at this particular beach break, it's really not his favorite wave. However, former event champion Sonny Garcia is always strong here at Haleiwa. Myles has to be feeling the pressure because Sonny already looks angry.
You have to do pretty well on all 3 events to win the Triple Crown.
Sonny Garcia is a Hawaiian legend. He's won 5 Triple Crowns and a world title. Sonny can be intimidating, definitely.
As soon as that horn blows, I'm still going to treat him just like anybody else. Not going to be any friendships. It's just going to be all about competition.
Your friends aren't really your friends anymore. If you're in a position to snake your best friend, if you have the right of way, you're going to do it. In contests, you can never underestimate anybody in a heat. So yeah, just have to go out there and stick to your game plan and, you know, hope for the best.
Myles has his work cut out for him if he hopes to take this first jewel away from Sonny. They'll only have 30 minutes to get the highest scores possible, so the competition will be fierce to get the best waves early on. Okay, it's showtime. The surfers in this elimination round will be Californian Pat O'Connell in red, Spaniard Jonathan Gonzalez in yellow, and the Hawaiians in blue, 5-time champion Sonny Garcia, and in black, defending champion Myles Padaca. Myles Padaca up first. Pumps his board for speed, sets up for a beautiful roundhouse cutback. Unfortunately, this wave is starting to fizzle out, and this won't be a high score for Myles. Sonny's next. Great wave selection. Sonny grew up not far from Haleiwa, so this is like playing in his own backyard. And oh, what a great wave, nice barrel. Sonny Garcia showing why he's a surfing legend.
Now, Sonny is supposed to be injured. Look at his right knee all taped up, but I don't see him holding back here. An awesome ride for Sonny Garcia. In third place, Myles Padaca. Only the top two move on to the finals, so he's going to need a big ride here to avoid elimination. The wave closes up. Myles goes down. He won't get it here. Time running out for Padaca, all by himself on a surfboard, waiting for just the right wave. Our Vans Triple Crown of Surfing defending champion, going after that title again this year. And waves are everything, and luck is a huge factor in these competitions. Myles is a great surfer, but he has had nothing but bad luck today. Here comes a wave, but suddenly it shuts down on him, and he can't make it work. Sonny Garcia, late takeoff. Another great wave. Garcia, big, powerful moves. That's his trademark. And yet another high score for Sonny Garcia, and it looks like he's on his way to the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, only 1 minute left, and Myles Padaca has slipped back to fourth place. He's going to have to pull off a miracle here if he doesn't want to be eliminated from this competition. Here's the wave. He paddles. He's got it. And he is working a beautiful cutback. This might do it for him if he can just pull it off. Disappointment for Myles Padaca. A stunning upset for our defending champion, and he is eliminated. But with two major competitions coming up at Sunset Beach and Pipeline, Myles still has a chance at winning the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing.
You make one wrong mistake, and that could cost you the whole heat. And that's kind of what happened to me. It's really frustrating when you lose.
But for Sonny Garcia, he's on his way to the semifinals and a shot at taking it all.
Myles just had his heat. He had a couple good turns, but at the end of his turns, he just sort of pushed it a little too hard and just fall off. Since he was the defending champion, I'm sure that that's a blow to him to have lost so early. And especially with the added pressure of a pregnant wife, and I think that maybe that was just a little too much.
I didn't really get the waves that I needed. The waves that I got were, you know, they weren't the ones.
You win some, you lose a lot, and that's just the way it is. And everybody wants to be number one. My job is to compete against him.
Post-heat, I just lost my heat, so I'm not feeling the greatest right now. I don't know. Things are meant to happen for a reason, and I guess today just wasn't my day. Yeah, I still have a shot at winning the Triple Crown, sure. I have to do well at Sunset and then do well at Pipe, but anything's possible. It's just a matter of going out and getting the right waves.
My back was killing me before I even got caught inside, so you know, for the most part, can't give up. I mean, just wanted to be out in the water and hopefully get a couple good waves, and I got, you know, 2 good waves right off the bat. Luckily for me, it happened.
Tonight's premiere of Boarding House North Shore will continue in just a moment.
Next week on Boarding House North Shore, Sonny moves on to the semifinals where he'll face off against Damien in the first jewel of the Vans Triple Crown.
They didn't want to be intimidated by me.
But Sonny's knee injury is taking a turn for the worse.
I've hurt my knee so many times over my career that it's almost second nature. Unfortunately, this time it's probably the worst that I've hurt it.
The rivalry between Holly and Veronica heats up in the house.
Veronica, she's not really taking it very seriously.
And their rivalry continues into the water as the girls get their turn to test their mettle in the angry surf.
It's just embarrassing.
And Sonny finds himself in trouble again.
Tonight's Boarding House North Shore featured music by Porcupine Tree. Sixpence None the Richer. And Slightly Stupid. Available now at thewb.com. See it again or tell anyone who missed it. You can catch Boarding House North Shore at 9/8 Central on the WB's Big Sunday and on its regular night, the WB Wednesday.
On the WB Thursday movie, see the original dumb sequel to the hot new prequel. The dumbest movie of them all. Jim Carrey.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Dumb and Dumber on the WB Thursday movie. And now, a full hour of the Jamie Kennedy Experiment on the WB.